So the next aspect of leader as healer that I want to talk to now is what I call coming home to our bodies. Coming home to the quality of embodied presence that is often talked about as a highly prized quality of leadership, yet not so often really practiced. And once again, I think it's important to realize how in the culture of absence, in the culture of fragmentation that's so normalized, just how disconnected we've become from our bodies. That when we're residing primarily in our thinking mind, feeling and living in our body is quite a distant possibility. It all started very differently, because when we were children, and you'll obviously know this if you have young children, our world was intensely physical. That means that moment to moment to moment, life was a physical experience. We felt everything in our body. As we developed, that naturally started to diminish. Partly because we had experiences, strong or mild, but experiences that were too much for us to digest. And one of the ways we reduced the intensity of experience was to tense our body, to reduce the amount of feeling in our body. And of course, in our education, we became more and more oriented towards thinking, and physical play and creativity gradually reduced. And as you probably know, there are many people who speak out against that in our education, who speak for the need for creative play, for physical activity to remain a central part of the curriculum. So the consequence of that is that as adults, we largely lose touch with that feeling of I'm here in my body. When we touch it, which may be if we have a great massage, or if we go to a very good yoga class, just imagine how it is if you've experienced this, or even if you haven't. When people come out of a good yoga class, at least for a certain time, they stand outside and the world is different. Reality is different because the channels of the body have come alive again. And then when I often ask people, so how much of the time, how much of your day do you live in that aliveness? The answer is usually very, very, very little. And that we need to change. We need to change it through very deliberate practice. All the subtle body activities like yoga, qigong, tai chi are a very important part of this. And if you look at the CVs of many very highly effective leaders, you'll always see that they have some kind of practice like that. If we take a more aerobic activity like running, swimming, what's really important is that we do it in a connected way. We feel our body. Because if you go to a gym, unfortunately, what you mostly see is people doing stuff to their body. So they actually, although of course it's better than doing nothing, but it's reinforcing the split. It's reinforcing the disembodiment. It's reinforcing the itness of the body. I do something to my body. So whatever physical activity becomes part of our daily practice, and it needs to be a part of our daily practice, it needs to be done with connection. Even if we go running, and it's very common that people who go running have music in their ear. They're in nature, but they have music playing through headphones. No, stop that. Run, breathe, feel the environment, feel the wind, the air, the sunshine, the rain. Let our body come alive. As we do that, our quality of grounded presence massively increases. But more importantly than that, we remember the body as an extraordinary source of sensing, feeling the world. There are many dimensions of information that are available to us through the sensing capacity of the body, which, by the way, is why we talk about gut feeling and why we regard gut feeling as so important. So Leader as Healer consistently is working to re-embody himself, herself, and to create a culture where embodiment can flourish, where people can feel at home in their bodies and really therefore much more connected.